message.
Okay, so the Leaf has grown up, moved into this capable, long-range crossover role. What happens to that original idea, the small, agile city EV? Welcome back. Today we're diving into the Nissan Leaf, the original mass-market EV pioneer. It's back, but it seems to be having a bit of an identity crisis.
It really does. We're talking about a car with a serious legacy.
Absolutely. Over 700,000 sold globally, 28 billion kilometers driven. I mean, that's proof it worked, right? The OG electric car.
Definitely the OG. But this new one, well, it's bigger, looks totally different.
Yeah, which brings us to our core question for you today. Has Nissan successfully updated the Leaf for today's European market? Or is this new, larger crossover maybe too big, maybe a bit too late to really carry that original compact EV spirit?
It's fascinating because Nissan seems to be splitting that original mission. They're calling this the world's first third-generation EV, which sounds
I
impressive.
think it's generation, right?
But like you said, it feels like a Leaf in name only. That sort of quirky, small eco-hatch vibe, that's gone.
Replaced by a crossover aimed squarely at the big players.
Exactly. Think VW ID series, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's playing in a different league now.
Okay, let's dig into that size change.
It's a crossover, but it's also sleek and seductive.
The new Leaf is, what, 4.35 meters long?
Yeah, right in that popular crossover SUV bracket.
Right.
Puts it head-to-head with the VW ID3, the Kia EV3.
And crucially, it's on the CMF EV platform. That's the same base as the bigger Aurea, isn't it?
It is. And moving to that dedicated EV platform, will that let them fix some of the old Leaf's biggest problems?
Okay. So what are the key improvements?
The big news, functionally speaking, is the tech upgrade. Finally, liquid-cooled battery packs. That was a major sticking point with the old air-cooled ones.
Oh, definitely, especially in warmer climates or with repeated fast charging.
Right. And speaking of charging, DC fast charging is much quicker now. It tops out at 150 kilowatts.
150 kilowatts, that's a big improvement for the Leaf name, for sure.
Huge leap.
But, looking around in 2025, some competitors are pushing 250 kilowatts, even more. Does 150 still feel a bit behind for a car aiming at longer journeys?
That's a fair point. It does raise questions about where it fits market-wise. But look, here's where Nissan might have an edge value. That bigger 75 kilowatt battery option, it offers a claimed range of 386 miles. That's 604 kilometers on the WLTP cycle.
Wow, 604 kilometer WLTP, that's substantial.
Very. And if the UK pricing is aggressive, say starting under £30,000 after grants, well, suddenly you might be looking at the most range for your money, period.
That range per pound metric is definitely compelling, so efficiency must be a big focus.
Absolutely. They've worked on aerodynamics. It has a drag coefficient of 0.25, flat underbody, active grille shutters, all that good stuff.
Makes sense. And important for European listeners, it's built locally, right? In the UK?
Yeah, cars, batteries, motors, all being made in Sunderland. That's a strong message.
Okay, so the Leaf has grown up, moved into this capable, long-range crossover role. What happens to that original idea, the small, agile city EV?
Well, that's where the new electric Micra comes in. It seems positioned perfectly to fill that gap.
The Micra EV,
Right.
described as agile, easy to park, the city solution.
Exactly. The Micra really takes on that mantle of the compact, accessible, zero-emission runabout. It's still practical, too, over 300 liters of boot space.
And what about its range? Does it compete with the Leaf?
No, and that seems deliberate. It has two battery options, offering around 310 kilometers and 408 kilometer range. Good for the city, good for regional trips.
But clearly leaving the long-distance stuff to the bigger Leaf.
Precisely. It confirms the strategy. Micra for urban regional, Leaf for going further.
Interesting. And what ties these two together, apart from the Nissan badge?
The tech inside. It seems both the new Leaf and the Micra are heavily leaning on the built-in Google operating system.
Android Automotive, basically. Google Maps, Assistant, Play Store apps.
Yeah, that whole suite. It suggests the software experience, the interface you interact with daily, is becoming just as important, maybe more so, than the actual body style or nameplate. It's standardized across the range.
So summing it up, the new Leaf transitions the name into that busy crossover market, bringing much-needed range and tech updates.
Right. It secures the nameplate's future there. And the Micra, meanwhile, sort of captures the original spirit, the compact, efficient city EV.
So the original Leaf legacy hasn't vanished.
No, I'd say it's just been split, divided into two models, each targeted at a very specific need.
Okay, so wrapping this up for you, the listener, what does this really mean? You've got both cars sharing platforms, sharing this core Google tech. Does it almost make you wonder, in today's EV market, Is the actual name Leaf or Micra becoming less important than the tech inside and just the size class the car fits into? Something to think about.